Welcome to the Busy Signal. My name is Jim, and this is my retro-nostalgic 80s, 90s, and early 2000s podcast. This show aims to salute all the stuff from back in the day that is now extinct or quickly going that way. The Busy Signal, episode 49. Thanks for listening. Hey everybody, grab your bowls and spoons. We're hitting up the cereal aisle again for a show packed with sweetened, crunchy 90s goodness. It's all part of a balanced 1990s breakfast here on the Busy Signal, with juice, toast, and milk, of course. All the way back in episode 37, we remembered breakfast cereal from the 80s, and how Saturday mornings were magical. The experience of munching your favorite cereal on the couch and watching Saturday morning cartoons is a strong, visceral memory for me, as well as plenty of other Gen Xers and millennials. So that's what we're digging into today. Discontinued cereals from the 90s. Some of them I wish would come back, and a couple I really wish I could forget. Either way, this is going to be a good time, packed with sugar, memories, vitamins, and minerals. Shh. Do you hear that? That's good old Snap, Crackle, and Pop talking. And they've been having this exact conversation for 97 years. Rice Krispies have been around since 1928. This puffed rice cereal's been popular for almost 100 years, and Rice Krispies are still around, but in 1993, Kellogg's did something big. For years, they'd been printing the recipe for Rice Krispies treats on the back of the boxes of Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies treats, as we know them, first showed up in the mid-1930s, by the way. So you'd think Kellogg would have gotten this cereal turned treat back into a cereal before 1993, but they hadn't. 90s kids rejoiced. For once, a cereal delivered on its promises. This cereal was literally broken up Rice Krispies treats pieces that you poured milk on, and it was perfect.
Great! Kellogg's Rice Krispie Treats cereal? I love it! Yeah, me too.
When you eat this cereal, proceed carefully. Because one taste is never enough. You'll want to move fast to get it.
You hear something?
Because now you can make that marshmallowy taste of crispy clusters part of this complete breakfast.
Come on, we're late!
Yep, one taste is never enough.
Unfortunately, Rice Krispies treat cereal got a little bit of heat from parents due to the sugar content. But let's not forget the war on sugar was raging in the 90s. I'm not sure really when Rice Krispies treat cereal was discontinued, but it came back in 2019, this time with a purple box instead of a blue one, but quickly went back into extinction in 2020. And if you're missing this dessert in breakfast clothing, there's a change.org petition waiting for you to sign. And at the time of this recording, there's over 33,000 signatures, so you're not alone, because one taste is never enough. Another 90s cereal born of a confectionery treat? Teddy Grahams Breakfast Bears. Introduced by Nabisco in 1990, this cereal made a lot of sense to me as a kid. Teddy Grahams the snack had already been around since 1988, and they were pretty much already cereal piece size to begin with, and they were great with milk. So, Teddy Grahams breakfast cereal seemed right.
Wake up, everybody, wake up. You've all been sound asleep. Here's breakfast bears to eat.
Introducing Teddy Grahams Breakfast Bears cereal.
Your dreams are over at 7 o'clock. Graham cereal that can't be beat.
In honey, cinnamon, and chocolate, they stay crunchy in milk, and they're part of this nutritious breakfast, because they're bursting with wholesome Graham goodness.
Wake up to breakfast bears, Nabisco.
You gotta remember what period this was. This was a very confusing time in food. Muffins were supposedly healthy, eggs were bad for you, Snackwells and Kudos were basically health food, and so was Graham. Graham crackers were a staple for parents. Graham crackers were a go-to snack that was supposedly less unhealthy than cookies. Sure. I'm not saying that Teddy Grahams Breakfast Bears wasn't any more or less healthy or unhealthy than any cereal of 1990, but it was delicious. And when it came out, it had 3 flavor varieties: honey, cinnamon, and chocolate. And just like any respectable cereal, the box kept it interesting. That first run of Teddy Grahams Breakfast Bears came with an absolutely terrifying bear head cutout on the back of the box. This cereal had a decent run. It wasn't discontinued until 2008, but the original Teddy Grahams crackers are still out there, and I see nothing stopping anyone from having them for breakfast. You know what I mean? For kids, cereal's like a small investment of time and experience. So trying new cereals was a risk. You were going to be eating that cereal for at least a week or more, so you wanted it to be good. Rarely did I find a cereal that I just truly disliked. However, there were two in the 90s that left a bad taste in my mouth. I might be alone on this. This might be a hot take here, but I am not a fan of Sprinkle Spangles. I wanted to be a fan. When I first saw the commercials in 93, I was in. Everything about this cereal promised to be incredible. The 90s teal and purple colors, Genie as a mascot, conveniently 1 year after Disney released Aladdin, also voiced by a comedian, Dom DeLuise. Sprinkles for breakfast? I mean, on paper or in a commercial, this sounds like a no-brainer.
Whoa, a genie!
A sprinkle genie!
I wish we had sprinkles for breakfast!
Hey, you wish it, I dish it! My new Sprinkle Spangles!
A sprinkled cereal?
Yeah, Sprinkle Spangles is the part of this complete breakfast that's spangled from every angle with sprinkles!
Wish we had a whole truckload of this!
Hey, you wish it, I dish it!
New Sprinkle Spangles cereal.
It's every kid's wish come true!
Then I got a box. I probably begged my mom, and she let me try it. And let me tell you, not since the Swedish chef's Crunchy Stars had I been so disappointed with a cereal. Like Crunchy Stars, Sprinkle Spangles is a star-shaped cereal, and the stars were covered in sprinkles, like little dots. And for me, that's where the fun stopped. It just didn't taste good. Yeah, it was crunchy, yes, it was sweet, but what was that flavor? It was weird, kind of like vanilla, but kind of like vanilla cardboard. Sweet, weird, vanilla construction paper. Either way, I was never tempted to try Sprinkle Spangles again, and it was discontinued in 1998. And I know there are plenty of people that loved this cereal, and that's why I'm including it. It's a beloved and missed cereal, so it belongs in the conversation. And oh, by the way, in my research on Sprinkle Spangles, I found that it was supposed to allegedly taste like sugar cookie. Yeah, not even close. We've talked a bunch about food on this show over the last 49 episodes, and there was some crazy food trends in the 80s and 90s especially. One such trend was hiding surprises in foods. Think about it. Freshen Up gum with its liquid center, molten lava chocolate cake, Gushers candy, stuffed crust pizza, Hot Pockets, pizza rolls, the Wonder Ball. People love hidden food surprises. So in 1993, General Mills, the cereal company that brought us Sprinkle Spangles, also in 1993, introduced Hidden Treasures, another sweetened corn cereal, this time with rectangular pieces. The gimmick here was that there would be icing filling in most of the pieces, grape, cherry, or orange. Some pieces had no filling at all, further emphasizing this cereal as being a treasure hunt. Although, as a kid, you learn really quickly it wasn't hard to figure out what pieces had filling and what pieces didn't due to processing. The filling was usually peeking out of the seams of most of the cereal pieces, but there was apparently another distinction between the different flavors in appearance. Seams that were close to the edge were grape-filled. Off-center seams were orange, and dead center seams were filled with cherry icing. And this cereal, like most kids' cereals, had a mascot. HT. I'm pretty sure that stands for Hidden Treasures. A backwards hat-wearing robot who's obsessed with trying to figure out which pieces had treasure. And that hat he's wearing is definitely a upside-down cereal bowl.
Wow. New Hidden Treasure cereal is amazing. Some pieces have fruit flavor inside, some don't.
Nobody knows which ones.
I'll figure it out.
Hold on, HG. We'd rather be surprised. That's the fun of hidden treasures. Not only will you discover a yummy blast of cherry, orange, and grape flavor.
I'll drill inside them to find out.
Don't take the fun out of breakfast, HG.
Part of this complete breakfast, new Hidden Treasures, the taste that's full of surprises.
I didn't like this cereal either. It was kind of gross. Not even just weird like Sprinkle Spangles, it was just gross. The fruit-filled pieces were just too different. None of the flavors went together well, and it was insanely sweet. And for a kid to say that, that says something. Hidden Treasures didn't survive very long. It only hung around long enough to have 2 commercials, and by the time the second commercial came out, the box had been overhauled with a new look, and they ditched the robot. Hidden Treasures vanished from shelves in 1995, and I have not looked for it once. Something that really took off in the 80s was the concept of promotional serials. Special or mostly limited serials that were cartoon or movie themed. We've talked about a couple of these in past episodes, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles serial. In 1991, Ralston released a serial in conjunction with the hit movie The Addams Family. The serial was cleverly named The Addams Family. And we're used to these type of cash grab serials now, but back then it really seemed special. The commercials were really cool and the prizes were fun. Shrink wrapped right to the front of the box were different flashlights that you could collect. Lurch, Fester, Cousin It, and Thing. The box art was cool and it had fun cutouts on the back. Even the shapes lived up to the cereal slogan. The creepy, crunchy cereal with great taste you'll scream for. The shapes were headless dolls, Thing, so hands, and skulls.
Beware, it's the Addams Family cereal.
Creepy and it's spooky, mysterious and spooky. It's all together spooky. The Addams Family cereal.
The weird part of this complete breakfast.
Just wait until you see 'em. It's like raspberry jam. They taste so good you'll see 'em. The Addams Family cereal.
This was the ultimate way for goth kids to start their day. And I remember the cereal being pretty good. It was okay. But really, this cereal was all about the vibe. There have been a couple newer Addams Family movies in recent years, computer animated of course, and more themed cereals to go with those movies. But the 1991 OG cereal with the picture of the movie cast, that cereal needs a second run. I must say, Ralston was most triumphant with its promotional cereals. And one of my favorite was introduced in 1990. Bill and Ted's Excellent Cereal was created to promote not the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, or the live-action TV series Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, not even Bill and Ted's Excellent Video Game Adventure. Bet you didn't realize how many adaptations of Bill and Ted there were in the early 90s. This cereal was made to promote Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, the animated series. It was, as the box states, an awesome breakfast adventure. Marshmallow musical notes with toasted cinnamon flavored oat squares.
Let's visit the land of heavy metal with our most excellent cereal.
Pass the gruel!
Looks like a gruel duel, dude. Heinous display of manners. We've got a most excellent way to start your day. Or night. Bill and Ted's Excellent Cereal. Cinnamon oats with marshmallow notes. It's the most triumphant part of this complete breakfast.
Awesome cereal duels.
Who gets the last bowl?
He does. New Bill and Ted's Excellent Cereal.
It's most excellent!
I actually really liked this cereal. Aside from being an actually decent cereal, the box art was most non-heinous. And the prizes were fun. Time travel luggage tags, dial-a-dude phone number organizer, cassette cases shaped to look like the phone booth from the movie, and hysterical postcards. Postcards that had funny historical facts on them. But the most bodacious prize was in a contest where you could win a real phone booth.
Excellent!
I'm not sure how long Bill and Ted's Excellent Cereal was available for, but the cartoon only lasted 2 seasons. And the first season actually had Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves voicing Bill and Ted. Party on, dudes! Be excellent to each other. This next cereal isn't discontinued. It's still available, but my nostalgia for this cereal is tied very tightly to the early 90s and its promotion of Where's Waldo. Where's Waldo was a big deal in the 80s and early 90s. Most kids loved Waldo and loved collecting his books. Other than Goosebumps books and Ferrari posters, buying a Where's Waldo book at the Scholastic Book Fair was a major flex. So in 1990, when Life Cereal was promoting Where's Waldo, I found myself every morning at the kitchen table with a bowl of Cinnamon Life, my eyes glued to the back of the box, searching for Waldo and whatever else was hidden in the picture. I think there was a dog, a cane, maybe a wizard to find. Anyway, shout out to Life Cereal and its totally 90s Where's Waldo boxes and contests.
Wow! Waldo's on my cereal! I can't believe it! I wonder where he is. Can I sing?
Now you can find one of 4 new Waldo games on specially marked boxes of Quaker Oat Life.
Everybody's gonna wanna... Thank you.
Do you remember these 90s cereals? How many of them did you try back in the day? If you listened to the commercials carefully enough, you heard that most of these cereals were part of a balanced breakfast. And back in episode 37, we talked about how in addition to the cereal, Juice Toast and Milk was a complete or balanced breakfast. And Juice Toast and Milk aren't said really in these 90s commercials, but they are present on the screen at the time the phrase balanced breakfast is said. Just a fun side note. And if you listen to this episode close to when it drops, you'll be able to see all the commercials played in this show on Instagram at BusySignalCast. Punch that follow button and never miss your daily shot of nostalgia. While you're in the following mood, you can subscribe to the show on Apple and Spotify or wherever you get your pods for free. Consider leaving a 5-star rating or a positive review. That would be excellent. Well, that's it for this episode. Would it be the same thing if I just poured some milk on broken up Rice Krispies treats? Gotta be. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you later. Once again, I'd like to say thanks for listening. And as always, you can listen to The Busy Signal everywhere quality podcasts are streamed. Hit the subscribe button to have a new episode delivered directly to your favorite device every other Friday. If you really like the show, leave a 5-star rating or a positive review on Apple and Spotify. That lets everybody else know to come check out what you already think is awesome. You can also head over to Instagram and follow the show at BusySignalCast for even more retrostalgic content. I share a good amount of fun stuff that isn't mentioned on the episodes. While you're there, say hi in the comments. Don't be shy. And until next time, remember, reach out and touch the past.
Hey, you wish it? I...